Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we've got a very special clip today. We're reacting to a clip from a very handsome young gentleman, a Jewish young gentleman who I've actually never reacted to one of his clips before. I'm really, really excited. I'm Tall, the Traveling Clad, your favorite Zionist prince. Get some merchandise in the description below at thetravelingclad.com. And honestly, this young Jewish advocate hosted on the Roseanne Barr podcast. Seems like a really nice, handsome young man. Well put together, speaks very nicely. Let's take a look at this quick clip of how handsome he is.
These are 2 coins I traveled with around the world for 10 years. Mostly I would use these coins because I'd have random European backpackers always question me on how I'm stealing Palestinians' lands when I was in different hostels and stuff, and I needed something to combat it.
Wow, isn't he handsome?
This coin is from the British Mandate of Palestine. When the British, both of them. Okay. They're from 2 different periods. One's from 1927, one's from 1946. So 2 years before the creation of the State of Israel, and one's almost 100 years old. Mm-hmm. It will be 100 years old in 2 years.
Wow.
I use these coins because they have kind of like this eternal symbol of proof of Israel in the modern day. People always like to say that before Israel was created and brought into inception, that the land was always referred to as Palestine. Colloquially, everybody just knew it as Palestine.
Right.
And Palestine is a Roman word that means Philistine.
Correct.
And it was to humiliate the Jews by naming it after their enemies.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Absolutely. That's how you ended up with the province of Syria, Palestina. And then that's how you end up with the word Palestine by the Arabs. And on that coin right there, and yeah, while they're not wrong, like the region used to be called Palestine colloquially.
Yeah. And
on documents and official terms, it would always be called Palestine for sure, for a long time. But they always ignore the fact that something else came along that always. The British recognized it, the Ottomans recognized it, the Arabs recognized it, as I just showed you with a fucking menorah on a 1500-year-old coin. But this coin right here...
By the way, I think it'd be good to pause at certain... It's just me. If you didn't realize. It's just me talking. The coin, we cut this clip, but the coin that I'm referring to right here is this coin. And I showed it to her. If you haven't watched my whole podcast with Roseanne, make sure you go watch it. It's called Go Get Him, Baby, I think. That's what she titled it. I fucking love Roseanne, man. Roseanne's the best. It's Go Get Him, Honey. I think that's what the episode is. So make sure you check out the full episode because you'll get the full context of what I'm talking about. But this right here is the coin that I'm talking about. It's a 1,500-year-old coin from when the Umayyad dynasty, after the death of the Prophet Muhammad, conquered Israel, conquered Judea, conquered Jerusalem. And they minted a coin that on the back here, it's very old and very scratched out, so it's going to have a hard time seeing it. It says, Muhammad Rasul Allah, which means Muhammad is God's prophet. And then here on the front, in these Arabic letters, it says, La illah illallah, which means there is no God but God himself. And this is kind of what you call as the Shahada. In Arabic, it's the 2 things you say to convert to Islam. But right there in the center, there is the iconography of a Jewish menorah from the first temple, from the first and second temple. The menorah is an age-old Jewish item. It was a paraphernalia used in the temple that is specific to one group of people on planet Earth, and that is the Jewish people, or the Israelites. So when the Muslims conquered Jerusalem from the Byzantines, which conquered it from the Romans, which conquered it from the Hashmonaim, who were the Jews, the last Jewish people who had sovereignty over the city of Jerusalem, even the Muslims recognized that it was not Islamic land, and that's why they put a 5-branched menorah. Back to the clip.
Here, you can see it says Palestine in 3 languages. It says it in English, it says Palestine. In Arabic, it says Palestine. In Hebrew, it says Palestina. But do you see, Roseanne, where it says Hebrew? Mm-hmm. There's a parentheses right next to it. You see that parentheses? Can you read Hebrew?
I can read letters, but yeah.
Can you recognize after the word Palestina what it says in parentheses?
It's pretty small.
It's pretty small.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's the Hebrew letters of Aleph and Yud in a small parentheses right after the word Palestina. And you'll find this on post stamps. You'll find this on land purchase documents from the British Mandate of Palestine.
I've seen that.
What's that mean?
Aleph Yud stands for Eretz Israel.
That's right.
The land of Israel. And this appears even on Tabo, which are land documents from the Ottomans from 400 years ago. Because there was never a period of time in history where people didn't recognize this land as Eretz Israel. Ever in history of the planet.
I see it.
Do
And-
they think? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do they
No.
think the Old Testament is just bullshit, or is that Jewish
They
propaganda?
say they believe it.
What? Because they
Well,
mention Israel
The
in the Old
fact
Testament.
is that most Muslims don't like the Muslim Brotherhood either.
Right, of course.
And Americans are like, Muslim Brotherhood means all the Arabs,
No.
you know?
But again,
Organized
this
crime.
thing, the Arabs,
They don't even know about Sunni and Shia and Wahhabi.
they don't know shit. They don't know about Sufis and how amazing Sufi Muslims are. They're like
Yeah.
the Kabbalists of the Arab world,
They are
they're
the
awesome.
Kabbalists.
of the Muslim world. Sorry,
That's right. Well,
it-
of the world, because they founded the Freemason.
and they're amazing. The Sufis, they're incredible people. They're the ones who built the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
They came from Iran. They traveled to India. Now they live in Nigeria. I had a chance to sit with them in India for like 2 days straight and meditate with them and listen to their story. They're incredible people.
Yeah.
Like they are so amazing, and they do this spiritual dance
I
that
do
they do.
that. I do the
dance?
derby, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's
Derby.
amazing.
The way Roseanne calls it derby. I love this woman.
I always fall into the wall and hurt myself.
I actually have Jewish friends who wanted to start doing the dance because they wanted to connect.
Do you want to hear something weird?
Tell me.
When I went to Israel, I did that dance with Muslims and Christians women.
Wow.
We did it 20 years ago
Wow.
for peace between us. Because
Wow.
it really is a woman's war, I think.
Mm.
But we all were sworn to never repeat it or use each other's names because it was death.
The
that
dance.
you danced with a Jew.
Mhm.
Think about that. Okay. Tell me about this one now.
Well, it's the same coin. One is from 1926 and one is from 1946. One is from 1927, one's from 1946.
Okay.
And I brought the two of them because it shows you this gap of time
I see it on
that
this.
really proves Eretz Yisrael
Eretz
was the term that people used. I
Which
mean,
means the land of Israel.
it means the land of Israel.
But why is it something that I always think deeply on is what is the threat about Jewish people going back to the land
That's a good
where
question.
their sacred dead are buried and farming it? What's so horrifying about that?
You know, I think from a Muslim perspective, a lot of it comes down to this idea of having a kafir, or somebody who's below you. Because Arabism is supremacy,
Mhm.
and what we
Because
see
they're the chosen people.
exactly, and what we see in the Arab world today, the reason why all these countries adopted Arabic is because they said that Arabic was the supreme language. Arabic was the chosen language. It was the language of Allah. All the stories of the Old Testament that we believe, the Torah, were, according to the Muslim narrative, were written in Arabic.
Mhm.
All the early adopters of monotheism, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Musa, Noah, they were all Muslim. Jesus Christ was a Muslim, according to the Muslim narrative. And so, for them, when you see us kafirs, coming in, trying to reclaim our land, trying to build independence and sovereignty under them, or above them, they see it as a huge spite, because they're supremacists.
Well, do you think that it has to do with that we allow women equal rights? That's a huge no-no.
Of course, everything we stand for kind of goes against their worldview. I mean, look, I also think the way that Israel presents itself is not the best,
Yeah.
because we represent ourselves as this bastion of America in the Middle East, which is also not great for our PR there.
It's not at all.
No, and I do think we need to coax our Arab neighbors into being our friends. I think it's important.
Yeah.
Like, we should have our Arab neighbors respecting us and loving us, more so even than Americans, because
I think so too.
they're our neighbors, and that's family. And like, people might
Well,
think
why do we let America call the shots for Israel?
that's mismanagement on Israel's part. I mean, no, you'd be a fool to look at Israel and not say like the government's a complete mess. We all
Yeah.
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Roseanne emailed me months ago, almost a year ago probably now, and I didn't know that it was her. And the communication was between us was kind of weird in the beginning. But once I realized it was actually her, I worked very hard to make it possible to actually go visit her. I traveled 4 hours each way that day. Actually, I was driven by an incredible person I was staying with. Shout out to Kayla and to Andrea, who may be watching this video. I was staying with them while I was giving speeches in Texas, and Kayla, the daughter of Andrea, she drove me to go meet Roseanne. 4 hours one direction, 4 hours back. And we ended up missing the first night of Passover, the first Seder night because of this. But it was worth it. In my opinion, it was worth everything. Because obviously a lot of people are messaging me now. I found you from Roseanne. I found you from Roseanne. And Roseanne being so gracious to give me a platform. And not just give me a platform, but behind the scenes, she's done a lot for me so far. I'm trying to get my message out there. She's really been like fighting for me, which I really appreciate. What do you guys think? To be fair, this was like the highest profile interview I had done up until this point in my life, and I would love to get your guys' feedback on how you think I performed during that. I mean, I'm really trying to take this content to the next level. I want to get on the biggest debate screens and platforms I can, because I really feel confident in being able to deliver the message that needs to be delivered on the behalf of Israel now, and in a different voice, in a different way that nobody's speaking about Israel yet. So I'd love to get your feedback on what do you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.